Welcome back, my fellow agents. It is I, X7, your master of martial arts mayhem, and the host of Zenorama, the podcast of heroes and monsters. It is Saturday, and it is Shaolin Saturday, and this movie actually has something to do with Shaolin. So it's a Shaw Brothers movie. It's one of my favorites for many reasons, which I'll get into. It is the Avenging Warriors of Shaolin, aka Shaolin Rescuers from 1979. But before we get too much further into this, please like, share, subscribe. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this movie. Let me know what you think about this take on the version of the destruction of Shaolin. It's definitely in the lower end, or not the lower end, but toward the end of the Shaw Brothers' reign as the studio of Hong Kong. But you can just let me know in the comments what you think about it. And if you could watch just a little further than you usually do, a little longer, I'd really appreciate it. Now, having said all that, let's dive in.
Kid, get out. Ha!
Get out! Seek Beastie John!
So, what you just saw there were the opening credits that I would have seen sometime in probably the early 80s. And here's just a little of what it looks like um, with the DVD or the Blu ray presentation, Shaolin Rescuers. And then we're introduced right to our main cast of characters. So it's quite the movie. So as I've said, this is a sentimental favorite because it's the first Shaw Brothers movie I ever saw all the way through. Possibly the first Chinese or Hong Kong movie I ever saw all the way through. Although I did see from the previous night, I did see about the last third of Kid with the Golden Arm, which was like nothing I'd ever seen before, and I knew I had to, you know, see more about it. So we see Lo Mang. We meet Lo Mang right away, where he's working in a tofu shop, grinding the beans, and then we see. I want to say, I don't know which one that is. Pardon me. Oh, Philip Kwok. That was sudden, and I apologize. They're good friends. They laugh at each other a lot while they try to trip each other up. The soybean shop owner is a jerk. There's a running gag about him getting tripped, a loose board tripping him all the time. And all we see is this. This goes through to introduce them and how they do their kung fu. They learn Black Tiger style, and yeah, it's so they're good friends, but they want to make a difference in the world. We get flashbacks to see how they learned. And Lo Mang there is, you can see here, he's practicing Chow Gar. Now, it's not really stated that, but he's got a trident, that's a tiger fork, really. And you see him using, definitely using a mantis style, a southern mantis style. So they practice all the time at night. They don't sleep, apparently. Nobody sleeps in these movies, right? A Hey Hu disciple. Let's see. With Lo Mang and Philip Kwok there. That's Hung Si Kwan, who's played by. Let's see if it says who that is, because everyone. Sante has been killed. Feng Shiyu will be killed. Hung Si Kwan, Jason Pai Pao. He's okay. He's got a lot to live up to, but they do all right. This is well past the time frame. All of these are indoor shots. There's nothing shot outside. Shaws have been selling their property off for real estate to make more money and probably making a pretty penny. He's injured. He gets a recipe for a medicine. There's a manji. It is not the other thing. Well before Herr Schnickelgruber appropriated it. So, oops. Let's see, where are we here? That's the school that, what's this other guy here? Zhu Kai, who is Sun Chen, and he's a master of the poles. He can beat all of them, and they laugh at him because they're jerks. And the other two befriend him, and they beat up the son of the teacher and all of his friends. The comedy is very broad, but it's pretty gentle overall. There's no body humor or body function humor, as is present in Jackie Chan's movies at this time. And just a different audience. I know this is kind of they're trying to make. Chang Che is the director, of course. Was released March 24th, 1979. It runs 110 minutes. So I'm quite sure it was edited when I saw it, probably down to 94, 96 minutes for a 2-hour time frame. But since then, it's been re-released. It was released on DVD under the Shaolin Avenging Warriors moniker in full screen. And then I've got the Funimation, probably, I think. Funimation DVD of it. And this print came from the Blu-ray that was out. But I'm not buying 10 discs for like 3 movies I want. Sorry. But he's good. But they all laugh at each other. And there's Feng Sayuk, who's played by, let me get down here, Xiao Yu. Yeah, but he's still better than the kid that played him in Disciples of the 36th Chamber. So he shows up, and then the bad guys show up. That's Tiger Boy, along with his brother Leopard Boy. And, So when I saw this, what I remembered most about the movie, I didn't remember the title for years, decades, really, 2 decades, yeah, 2 decades. Let's go with that. At least 15 years. Was this weapon, this ball, mace sort of thing, and the hoop, and then the ending. There's Bai Mei, didn't know a thing about him and his disciple. Let's see who's the disciple there. Um, Gao Ziyong, played by Liu Feng. And so he's one of the alleged Venoms mob. So there we have it. So they're leaning into the Fang Sayuk being invulnerable to weapons except for the groin. There you go. Yikes. So is his teacher, but Gao is using a Phoenix Eye fist or Phoenix style. You can see that right there easily. They kill everybody, and now they have to go after Hung Si Quan, and Bai Mei just leaves. We don't see him again. There's Hung, and they have a little set too, but they realize, and this guy says, you run, I'll save you." He's got the double swords. He puts up a good show. I don't remember who he is, but he was obviously being prepped for bigger things. And Blake will let me know who that is, probably. Looks really good doing it. There's the Phoenix Eye again, and they kill him because they cheat. Now our friends are practicing their gung fu, flipping around, just having a great time, laughing at each other for falling. And he's with these. This is a traitor because Hung Si Quan goes to him. He says, "I can't help you. I'm a law-abiding man," and so he leaves. More and more. I mean, there's Hung, and he knows that he's practicing the Black Tiger style. This guy's charging him for money. Hung's sick, so they need money. Neither of them can read, so their buddy, Yang Dabo, has to read for them to make the medicine. They get the money. They get one dose out of all of that. So they go and they need more. He pawns his stuff. That's the pawn shop. I don't understand exactly. But the owner finds out that Lo Mang has been stealing, and then they end up buying a whole bunch of curd. So they take it over there, and he tricks all the bad guys into buying the curd because he says the chicken's awful. The son, the bad son, bribes the potion maker as to who's buying it. So off they go. There's the bad guys, trying to ingratiate themselves with the Manchurians. That never works out. So they fixed Hung Si Quan. He's well, so he's telling them their breath control needs work. He's not wrong. They ask him, and their fight ensues. And then this guy shows up, who is from the Red Boats, which is where Hung Si Quan escapes to. Han Chi is who that is, a young boatsman. So he's friends, and they all fight together. They run away, and now the other guy is like, "Well, tell us or we'll kill you." And he's no match for him. But fortunately, our heroes show up and set a fire. Han Chi pays for a lot of things, but they set a fire and everyone escapes. And then they go into the school. They kill the remainders there bloodily. I mean, it's bloody, but it's not Changche super bloody. And they kill the bad teacher. And then our villains, our miscreants show up, the son. And he's a scaredy cat. He's like the Frank Burns of Kung Fu. And these guys, even the bad guys, even the villains can't believe what a weasel he is. I mean, look at that. He gets shot with an arrow or several arrows. He's dead. So the whole school that betrayed Hung Si Quan is dead. And they're like, "We'll attack him in the morning." So, and this guy just hits the wall all night. You hear that noise, chunk, chunk, chunk. So they're going to practice their breath control, and they weaken all of the boards so that if anyone jumps down, they'll know. And it works. Leopard Boy jumps down. They hide some weapons, which is smart. Because really, I mean, what stays with you is the last 20 minutes of this movie is almost all fight scene. I mean, different. They all change partners. They all use different weapons. And now Hung Si Kwan says, "We've got time, so let's drink some wine and discuss gung fu. Cheers!" Or ganbei, as you'd say in Mandarin. And then they talk, and then Hung says, "This is what you have to watch out for each one of them." The brothers are bored. They jump up, jump down, and jump back, and the sun breaks out. So they're like, "Okay, the army's coming to help us out. Let's go." And they break through. This is a great shot. It doesn't look like cardboard. It looks like actual, brick and mortar that they're plowing through. I mean, in the 70s, we were seeing Lou Ferrigno go through what was obviously styrofoam. Sorry, it's what it was. Slow motion with the right sound effects, but it just didn't look like it had any heft. So the fight begins. They fight hand to hand for a while, except for hand to ring, foot to ring. And then he's got the wooden horse, which is a kung fu form in many in Hungar and Choi Li Fut. So yeah, he's just having a great time. I mean, so they do trade opponents, and finally they're up there. They kill the leopard boy, even though he kills the other guy, and then Gao shows up and just pummels him and kills him. There he's dead with his painted blood on. So they start fighting, more fighting. There's the weapons, and the hook sword's there. He's accidentally thrown Gao a Kwando, which is a mistake. So they do have some lighter moments here and there into the fight scene, so they don't break it up just a tiny bit, so you just don't get overwhelmed. But it's a really good fight scene, and again, because they change from person to person, and they're not computer generated. There's the Kwando versus the hook swords. This guy does kills the one of them with his own broadsword. Now he's got a staff. No, it's got a spear sort of thing at the end. But Hung Si Kwan, who was a noted staff man, he was a master of the pole staff, whatever you want to call it. Uses a steel one and kills the leopard boy. I mean, painfully, but not bloodily. And he uses the tiger trident or the tiger fork to kill that guy. Chops him right there. You can see slices him apart. So all of the bad guys are gone except Gao, and he puts up a fight against all four of them. Now sometimes you think, oh no, it's four against one because one of the good guys is dead, and he doesn't have a chance. But also they need four guys who can barely keep up with this master to win. I mean, and there's just great shots here and there. He slices this open, cuts one of our heroes, and they're fighting. It's great. And they trap him here, and you can see what happens. He's got his cue stuck there, and he slices him. They dice him. These two are mortally injured. They want Han Chi and Hung to get out. They say, "We made our name for ourselves." And the archers show up. We made our name and it was fun. They get pierced with tons of arrows. That's the end of the movie. But I mean, it's a lot of fighting, a lot of fighting. I mean, it must be 40% fighting. I could look in the Craig D. Reed book about it. He's got the percentages, but I'd say it's pretty high percentage. But it's not. It doesn't overwhelm you. I mean, that's where it ends there. So tomorrow, I highly recommend it. If you can see it, watch it. It's great. That's all there is to it. Yeah, I mean, it is not a top tier Venom movie. I'd say it's probably in the second, after the first top five, and then I would call it in the second top five. But I have a sentimental attachment to it because again, it was my first one, and I was just in awe of this movie. It was probably in a 2-hour time slot, so say 96 minutes. Like I said, it's great. But tomorrow we will be reviewing Sven The Fly, the original one from 1958 that Sven is airing tonight. I I've watched it already, and I've thought lots and lots of thoughts about it. We'll try not to make it a half an hour or more. But, my fellow agents, until our next assignment, this is X7 signing off and phasing out.
Will everyone in the theater hold on firmly to his seat, please? Stop it! Stop it! I'm Vincent Price. What unearthly horror did that girl gaze upon? What manner of incredible thing walked beneath that hood? It would be unfair at this time to show you any more of what went on in that laboratory where a man actually dared to play God. So fantastic, words can't begin to describe it. You must see it with your own eyes to believe it. When the fly comes your way.
It isn't like any other fly I've ever seen. Leave it alone! No! No! Please, let me look at the fly.
I've killed Andre. Please help me. Call the police and...
The charge can only be murder.
There were no mistresses. I had no lovers.
Why did you kill him?
God, don't let it get out.
Inspector, it's in the garden. Come quickly.
As God is my witness, I saw the thing. It's unbelievable. I shall never forget that scream as long as I live.
The fly's on its way. Watch out for it. It's far beyond anything your mind could ever conceive.